Hello, my name is J-Bear, and welcome back. This is episode 4 of my creative series, where I go around on the server that I play on with friends and show off some of the things that we've built together. And we're going to start in the middle of the city here. I showed off about half of it in my last episode, and we're going to go ahead and continue where I left off. Right here with Green and Mumbo in their car accident together. I do intend to add more things like this to the city and just, things that make it a little more alive. Vehicles and people and things like that. Just maybe some more funny things like this that I want to add to the city. And also, I don't remember if I mentioned this in my last episode or not, but I did do some stuff with custom maps to make traffic lights. And yeah, I do remember I showed off the stop sign that was down there between those buildings. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and take a look at this building here. This one here, we were kind of doing sort of a spiral, very glass skyscraper type of thing here. And let's go down in here and take a look. And this is an idea that we had, is that we were going to start putting signs on everything that we built so that we knew when we started and when we completed it. And this is the only one we did that on. Oh well, what are you going to do? This one, pretty much every office is the same. That's what this is. We have these, once again, odd-looking Minecraft computers in each of these offices. And it's pretty much the same thing everywhere. Every office is basically the same thing. And that was kind of the point. It's just a very generic office building, but looking at it from the outside, it actually looks pretty cool. Because we've got, basically the way this works is we start over here. This is 2 floors high right here. Then this one's 4 floors, and then 6, and it just spirals all the way up. So we get all the way up to the top up here. You can see the steps going up. If you want to come walk around in here and walk all the way up the steps, you're more than welcome to. I have no desire to walk up all these steps. And then these rooms up here are a little bit different than what we had down below, because it's just slightly different since we have nothing else surrounding it. So then if we come down this way, over here, we have a fire station. And this is where we got to the point where we were not doing interiors. So if we come to the front door, there's nothing there. There's nothing inside this building. Maybe someday we'll come back and we'll do an interior on it. But for now, it's just an empty building. And we put some fire trucks out front. I think we have 3 different ones. Yeah, I think that we've got 2 ladder trucks. This first one, third one, and then this one's a little different. And then this is a smaller vehicle here. And then right across the street, we have a police department with police cars. And we also put in a British police car. We have a mix of American and British ones. And then this is the police station right here with a helicopter. And once again, there is no interior on this. And if we look here, we have all the police officers going next door to the donut shop. Over here is a train station. And if we go in here and take a look, you can actually ride the minecarts. This will take you over into the Arts District. This will take you past the city and back over to the train station that's over in the town area. And then this one will take you over into the city. Some ticket booths here. And we were going for like a really modern looking one. You know how they have like the big glass ceilings up above and things. That's what we were kind of going for there with that. Then over here, we have this big brown office building. And it's actually like 3 buildings in one, but it is all one building. And we tried to do each one of these things very differently from the rest. Like kind of like a really modern art looking building. Oh, we did put the dates on this one. Okay, maybe this isn't the only other building that we did this in. So we got like a little cafe over here. You come in and get food. Kind of a little lobby area here. Area with a bunch of computers, like the IT department, I guess. And we've got some mailboxes over here. And we got a floating box sitting here on top of them. And if we go up, we can take a look at some of the offices here. So over here in the really funky looking area of the building, we've got like this really funky looking open space office, colored lights and beanbag chairs to sit on while you're working. I'd probably fall off and hurt myself trying to sit on one of those. This is like a meeting area. Everybody sits on little beanbag chairs and listens to the presentation. And one thing that we did here is we used trap doors as walls, which I've used some places in some of my builds, which can be a nice way to make a wall that's not super thick. And then here in the middle, another generic little office here. You can see up to the steps. And then if we come over here, another little office. And then one more back here. And it's the same thing all the way up. So I'm not going to go all the way up the stairs because it is just the same thing repeated all the way up to the top. There might be a little bit of variation. Like I think with these offices here, let's see, did we do anything different? No, I don't think we did. I think these all look the same. And what about over here? Yeah, I think these are all pretty much identical. And of course, most of this is world edited into place. This office is a little different, just because it's the top floor and it's a little bit different. And then over here, just another random building. This one has no interior. And then this one next door, same thing. No interior on this building. And this is just us trying to fill the town out a little bit because it takes a very long time to do building like this where you're doing the entire inside and outside. And something like this you can put up relatively quickly because it's just figuring out your design and using World Edit to stack it up. Over here, we have another Mumgo coffee shop. And here we have this restaurant that we never quite finished. We put some tables in here, but we never completely finished this one for some reason. I don't know why. We need to get back to this one, I guess. But we put this aquarium in the middle here. And in the middle of the aquarium is where the kitchen is. And if we take a look from the outside, kind of got this sort of a dome shape on top. Not quite a dome. Kind of a smokestack on top. And let's see, then we'll come over this way. And so here we have a grocery store. There's a parking lot for the grocery store right here. Complete with shopping carts. And then we have a skyscraper that is under construction right here. Come down here, you can see the little construction vehicles and some piles of materials. They've got all the beams in place. They've got some of the floors in place. And they've got a crane here lifting beams into position as they build up this building. And then over here we have, this is a little train station. This is where that other one over there will lead us over into this one here. And there's a bus outside picking people up. And then we come over here into the shipyard. A bunch of warehouses, and these are storage containers like you would see on a barge, like these boats. And so we have all of these boats. We've got 2 of them over here. And these are the cranes that lift the shipping containers. We got little forklifts sitting around. And then this is the industrial area over here. Various tanks and things over here. Got the tracks coming in, and they come in here and they get loaded up. This is actually, we said that this one here, this is the Mumgo factory. This is where they make Mumgo coffee, and it goes over into the giant storage tanks, and it gets loaded up and shipped off to all of the Mumgo stores or coffee shops. We got some telephone poles here, yeah, and other little random buildings. Like this one here is for the mine carts to go into. This building right here, this is actually the banner and head factory that we copied over here and pasted and made some modifications to make it fit this area, but it was a very industrial looking building, and so we brought it over here. And all of these buildings are empty inside as well. We did not do any interiors. Just a random garage over here. This is a glue factory. The reason that this is a glue factory is because for a very long time, we had Horse Island over here. There's still some horses, but there used to be a lot more, and we had to get rid of a lot of them because there was too many entities. So when we made this building, we thought, well, what could we do with this that would be kind of funny? And so we made a glue factory, and we can see here there's a horse. Because, some glue is made from horse parts. I don't know how they make glue out of horses. But anyway, we made a giant hopper here, and they're lowering the horse down in. And that's where the horses come from, over Horse Island. And if we come over this way, this is another building that we copied over here. This is from the brick building that is over in our city. We took part of it, brought it over here, and kind of made a, industrial looking warehouse factory building out of it. Don't know what most of these places do, but another little building, storage tank for something. This tower is actually based on something that I have seen in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I have no idea what it is. It's at some industrial looking area, and I thought it looked interesting, so we built it. And then we have this ominous looking building right over here. This is a pet food factory. There was a llama inside of it, and we said the llama was going to be pet food, but then somebody rescued it and took it over to their house, and it's named I Am Not Pet Food. And then just this long dome-shaped building. And then there is the biggest building over here in the the industrial area. This is based on a real building in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania called Martin Tower that was demolished. And we built this actually the day that Martin Tower was demolished. And you can find videos of Martin Tower being demolished on YouTube. Over here, up on top of the hill, let's fly over here with the elytra and go a little faster. This is cell phone tower. Another random tower, maybe like a radio tower or something. And this funny looking thing, that's supposed to be a water tower. I know it kind of looks like a hot air balloon, but it's kind of hard to make certain things in Minecraft. And then there's this road that leads out over this way, which will fly over. ID required beyond this point. And we have a guard cow here, because this is the nuclear power plant. And there's a bunch of little random buildings and pieces of equipment and electrical looking things all throughout this area. And of course, the big towers here. And as you can see, like this building right here, this is the one I just showed over in the industrial area. We copied it over here, changed some of the colors, and it fits this area quite well. Sometimes recycling builds that way is a good thing to do, just because you made something that looked nice and it'll fit in other areas as well. And it kind of helps us get these things built a little bit more quickly. And these towers, they're actually made out of something unusual. These are mushroom stem blocks. Not something that you really build with all that much, but it really made this look kind of gritty and dirty, like a power plant might look. All right, so that's it for the industrial area. So I'm going to fly with my elytra here. Oh, maybe I'm going to fly with my elytra. Hold on. All right, so here, this is the TV station. See, it's got its tower that is beaming the signal out. Now, of course, in real life, you have like a satellite dish or something like that. But this is Minecraft. Just like we have those funny looking computers, we made this antenna that doesn't look like anything you'd have in real life. It's Minecraft. You kind of come up with your own things. Oops, let's get in here. Even have a green screen area with a camera. Computers over here. Remember, you're replaceable. And this is the hospital. We never completely finished the hospital. We need to finish this at some point. It's the first floor that we never completed. We did all of the other floors before we did the first floor. We got kind of a waiting area here. Kind of surgery recovery area. These are operating rooms over here. Even have a nurse in here. And I think they all look the same. I can't get out. There we go. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. And then down here, there's other little random rooms. There's another little waiting area. Just this is another entrance into that same area back here, into the operating room. And then if we come up here, this is more of the area you would be admitted into the hospital. Like a nurse's station, desk area. doctor's office here. This would be like where families sit and wait, like just a waiting room area. And then we have all of the patient rooms. This is a big one. Only one person in this room. So we made some like that where there's one person that gets the whole room to themselves, because there are some hospitals that are like that, and then there's some hospitals like this where they just cram people in. So we made a variety of things. I think we might have some that have 2 beds. Yeah. So here we go. There's 2 beds in this one. Because there's different hospitals. There's some where you have private rooms, some where you have 2 beds, some where you have 6 beds in a room. And I think that the rest of the building is, it's just the same as that. And then we come up here to the roof, and there's a spot for a helicopter here. I intend to build a helicopter up here someday. All right, and we got a little bit left of the city if we come over this way. We have a giant craft ball stadium. Remember at the high school, there's a craft ball field? Well, this came first, actually. We built this before we built the high school, and we built a giant craft ball stadium. Don't know all the rules, don't know exactly what all the symbols mean on the ground. I just know that you use a crafting table, and you shoot arrows through these openings. And one thing that I think is very funny about this is if you shoot an arrow through here, you're going to hit people in the audience. So there's a risk of coming to watch a craft ball game. You might get hit by an arrow. And of course, most of us have flaming bows. So yeah, it might be even worse. And next door is a parking garage right over here. I intend to put cars in there eventually. And I intend to do some stuff with this someday too, putting some people in there and just livening things up a little bit. We have another Mumgo right here. And this is a hotel. It is exactly like the other hotel that I showed in my last episode. And in fact, this one was actually built first, and then it was copied over to the other location. This is an aquarium. And if we go in, and we built this like right after the 1.13 update came out, where they added all the fish to the game. So we have these aquariums here with the fish in them. Some of the fish look like they may have despawned or fallen out. Some of these are blocked in with barrier blocks. And then we've got this giant aquarium over here with sea turtles. I think there might be dolphins in there someplace. And lots of fish in here. And then along the front here, we have this coral that goes around the outside of the building. And to keep it from drying out, we of course need water behind it. And there's even little aquariums here with fish swimming through them. So there's some up here. And on the roof, we have seagrass and sea pickles. So there's actually water up on the roof. Over here is a movie theater. So this is where you get your tickets right here. Some bathrooms over here. No room to move in here though. I thought it was pretty funny to build it that way. That was just that crowded. So this is a concession stand. You can get some, like this is a popcorn machine back here. And we used all these custom heads for food and snacks and things. Just random artwork. We did have paintings throughout here too as movie posters. But once again, tried to cut down on the entities because I wanted to salvage this. This is the arcade, and this does take quite a few entities. I did not want to have to delete this, so I gave up the paintings elsewhere. So you got like the claw machine here, a couple of those, other various cabinet video games or arcade games, you know. And then we have the theaters. So lots of seats here. You've got your shared armrests that you got to share your armrest with your neighbor. Speakers on the walls. And I think they all look the same as that. I don't think there's really any difference between each of them. And we kind of made this building look quite interesting from the outside. And we took different parts of it and just made each part look a little bit different than the previous part. And then we have a community pool right here. This is where you'd come in and get your pool pass and go swim in the pool. There's a rubber duck or a chicken, beach ball there. There's all these little recliners and a cooler with umbrellas and diving boards. And we intend to put like a park back here behind it, but we never built that. And hopefully someday we will be able to get back to that. And I do have one other area of the city to show, so I have to actually go to the other side of the map. Alright, so we're going to start from right here where the head and banner factory is. There's actually something I want to point out here. Somebody donated some new custom heads. And I don't know if this is something that you can only see when using Optifine or not, but there is all these very, very special heads that are right along here that with masks and snorkels and sunglasses, all these different types of things. So this is brand new to the head and banner factory just as of now. I mean, somebody gave me these yesterday. I don't know how these are made, and I have no idea if everybody can see this or if you need Optifine or what, but I thought this was pretty interesting. I don't know why that one's just a Steve head, but yeah, come check this out. If you are a member of this server, come take a look at these. All right, so leaving the head and banner factory, if we follow this road here, which still needs some work, we plan to build some more here and just pretty this area up. But if we come over here, this is our airport. And we can see we have over here parking garage and hotel. Once again, this is the same parking garage and hotel that we have seen elsewhere. And we have a place that you can get cars. You can rent a car. There's a chicken in here. One of our friends likes to place those chickens all over the place. Over here is a little bus terminal. You can take a bus to come over here and before you go get on the plane. And so this building, we did not do the interior as well. This is just to be looked at from the outside. And then we come over here and we got a couple little airplanes. One of those things that takes the luggage out to the planes. Up here is the air traffic control tower, complete with a little cart that takes them from the main airport over because they're too lazy to walk. And then we've got some airplanes out here on the runway. So this one's more of a cargo plane that's taking off here. And if we go here, we have a plane taking off here. Now our runway, even though it looks really huge, I looked up how long runways were in real life, and they were like a mile long minimum, oftentimes longer, which would have been like 4 times or 6 times longer than this, and we didn't want it to be that big. So then over this way, we have more of the cargo area of the airport with big storage buildings and stuff. These are the same buildings from the seaport, or the shipping terminal, the cargo shipping terminal. We brought these over here, retextured them, changed the colors and things, and filled this area up with warehouses. Got little forklifts around, and we've even got a truck over here that is unloading, and another helicopter, and over here we have a fuel truck that's bringing fuel out to put like in an underground tank that would probably load the airplanes up with fuel. That is it for the city. I think I have covered everything that we've built in the city together. And in the next episode, we will look at some more of the builds. There's still quite a bit to go. This is several years worth of building together on this server, so there's quite a bit to show. And as you can see, even just from this video here, I've only gone through it in very brief detail. So like I said before, if you're a member of this server, feel free to come check it out. You can see all the other details. So that's all I have time for in this episode. So if you like it, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.